done about changing at the beach for one thing, because the 21st of July, the state of California changed all the rules for California and California public property.
Now, here's part of it is you're wondering, well, I'm not from California. Why is that important to me? Well, here's the reason is because California is, I've heard, the way California goes, the nation goes.
That's right. So goes California, so goes the nation. Plus, if you're a tourist, you really want to know. You brought those expensive swimsuits with you.
Well, here's part of it is what you thought you could wear. Because remember, if you've seen it on TV, doesn't mean that you can wear it.
That's right. And those movies. Okay, we had a question yesterday.
What was that?
Why is that old? We wanted bikinis. Why is that old guy an expert on bikinis? Well, because one, I've been 62 years. I've been since the beginning of the industry. I've worked around bikinis. We know I've worked around bikinis all my life. I also.
And his wife was a model for Playboy.
Yeah. So basically. So I do, and I've helped make swimsuits, so I am, and I'm standing next to the expert on swimsuits too. So.
Well, actually, you know an awful lot about it because he's been around through the years, from the development of bikinis.
Yeah, from the day. Actually, I go back to Esther Williams when Esther Williams sort of scandalized the industry with her two-piece swimsuits.
Oh.
They weren't bikinis then; they were two-piece suits. But that's just funny. Is that she and other women like her were not allowed to wear those suits on the beach in the 1940s when they started wearing them.
Well, now he's scandalous because things that you could have done before you can no longer do because the state of California and the local governments are looking for money.
Revenue any way they possibly can. To put it this way, you can now be cited for public indecency in areas set aside for nude sunbathing in the state of California.
And why is that?
Because the state is busted. The state and local communities are busted. They need to make money.
So basically, if you're in a nude beach and somebody can see you from a beach that is not a nude beach,
you can come into that beach area and give you a ticket, and basically they.
But can only an officer do that?
Any legal representative of the state are basically, I mean, I would guess a city councilman could come by and issue basically what he could do is do an arrest on you and hold you there until the authorities come or whatever. And that's not the worst of it.
Now I mean, that's bad, but tell him the other part of it. Okay, these are the things he finds out, and part of the reason we always want to know is, number one is we're in news and we want to know anyway. Number two is, remember we've been talking about how we haven't been able to go to the beach because the weather's been really bad?
Well, yeah.
So we've had to adapt a few things, but meanwhile, things have been changing.
They've been changing. Well, I didn't know that since the gloom set in, they had been working to change the laws.
Well, also, remember you were surprised when we were at ABP.
Yeah.
No, not ABP. No, U.S. Open of Surfing in Huntington Beach.
And we were up on the pier, and one of the lifeguards from one of the towers said simply, "Hey, you with the triangle bikini bottom, cover it or get cited." And she definitely was covered more than this suit.
Well, and actually, this is one of my smaller swimsuits because this one you cannot wear at the beach.
Well, you can't.
Before you couldn't turn around at the beach.
Now you can't even. You could have worn it and not, and covered the backside. You'd have been acceptable. You can't. Now you can't do that because.
Why is that?
Well, because it doesn't cover enough on the front now. That whole area. You get they get the technical definitions, but that whole area needs to be covered now. The whole area needs to be covered.
Oh, sheesh. Because before you just had, you could do postage stamps. You just cover up.
And it's up to the discretion of the individuals whether to cite a woman for showing too much chest now.
Which means if you piss them off, you could just get a ticket.
That's right.
That's the translation.
Or you just get a ticket because they need to make the money.
Yeah.
So before, like, you can show the backside on this.
Okay, we can show it, yeah, okay.
See, this
is definitely. Oh wait, see, now you got to see the white part.
The white part, yeah. The backside was definitely a no-no, but the whole cruddy suit now, and they're still going to continue. It says it does not mean that the state shall order you to stop selling said swimsuits in question. Meaning they want the beach establishments I read, I think it was like 230 some beach establishments that sell swimsuits that are basically deemed illegal to be worn on the beach along the beaches of California.
Golly, California sounds so prudish now.
Yeah, well, they need to make money.
Yeah, it is. It is all about money. Now, the lifeguard can give you a ticket.
Lifeguard can give you a ticket.
Now, here's the worst part. Now, they can give you a ticket for not wearing a swimsuit large enough. But what else goes with that ticket?
The bad part.
Here's the bad part.
This is the one you're really going to love. You become a registered sex offender for public indecency. Basically, they're not calling it nudity. They're basically calling it public indecency on the beach. And all it takes is somebody. I mean, we're talking any suit that you wear that somebody complains about is basically falls within the classification now of public indecency. Any suit.
So basically, if you're out on the beach and some person with their kids thinks that your swimsuit is too small, they can complain and you'll get a ticket.
That's right. And you're going to love it.
And that could be whether you're wearing a one-piece or a two-piece.
And as I understand it, includes children now too.
What? What do you mean?
If the child is improperly dressed according to the, like California has what they call a prima facie law, which is basically you have to go along with the norms, of others. If everyone else is dressed more conservatively and your little girl comes out dressed in, a little tiny cute little bikini, they basically can declare that public indecency. Now, if too much, the little girl is showing.
Which also means your kids. Remember all those people we see them changing the kids' clothes at the beach
can't do that
because the beach clothes are wet.
Can't do that now. That is also, they said that if there's an accommodation, they said go to the accommodation in the area and do that. Don't do it on the beach because that is a no-no in California now.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yep, it's all horrible.
Oh, sheesh. Now, here's part of it you may not even think about I'm going to say, is that towards the end of the month, expect more tickets.
Yeah, because they need more money.
Because maybe they didn't get their quota, or, of course, they could just be writing tickets free willy.
Yeah, when it's already illegal to wear short shorts and short shorts and sort of athletic tops in state parks. So.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What about all those runners? Because they wear those.
That's tough. Suppose too much is showing. So.
Really?
That's right. If basically all you got to do is see the short thing come across and they.
Well, because I have so basically this is a cover-up. So if I had a pair of shorts, and I actually have some shorts that are short shorts, they're probably.
Yeah, if they are too small,
like this long,
like the outfits that a lot of the girls run in, are
like the runner's outfits,
they're considered to be too short and don't cover enough because basically, if any of the backside shows whatsoever, you now can be gotten. Oh,
so basically actually, even if I wear my mini skirt,
your mini skirt could probably get you picked up. I mean, we're talking. They haven't become narrow-minded. It's all about making money.
Yeah.
And they want to make it any way they possibly can. It's ridiculous.
So, and part of it is we're using the situation when it comes to swimsuits, but it applies to everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether you take a rolling California stop.
Yeah.
Right? You're driving and you're not using a Bluetooth, and you have your cell phone, because that is against the law. Maybe they didn't enforce it, but now they're going to, I'm sure, start enforcing it.
All the noise ordinances are being enforced. I mean, they're clamping down on students filming in California now.
Which before they never did. I
mean, basically, students don't get permits to film.
Because first of all, they can't afford it.
They can't afford it, but they're now requiring that they check in with the local authorities. And basically, the instant you check in with a local authority, you end up having to have a police officer walk around with you.